back? No, all the characters. Wait, so what happened? Wait, all the characters are gone. What happens if I launch the game? Uh-oh. Hello, and welcome back to DDLC Plus. Today this is not as much of a content episode as me working on getting to the next side story, but I figured I'd record it anyway. Um, I was looking around on my own and I found something interesting. While there is no way for me to tell otherwise, if you go to Tower Keys, it gives you some information. Um, I should have done this like exactly 10 minutes ago because then I wouldn't have to go into my computer settings. But this is how you unlock those files that I took notes on and went through and found in the internals. So it only gives you one, which is the file after 221, which I think is meeting notes. Um, and then the clock time, which if you see down here in the bottom, it says 240 here on the clock time. If you see down in the bottom right, it says 247. So I'm gonna actually check pictures and see if it saved it, because I did view it before. But if it didn't, I'll be right back to adjust my clock time so we can view that together. So we're going to change this to 240. And now if we go to Files, Internal, 221, Project Plan. Now we can view this. Project Plan Outline, High Level Overview. 1. Create human-readable version of Fabric benchmark results, suggesting we live in a simulated universe. 2. Emulate Fabric benchmark results in a virtualized environment. 3. Build parameters for genetic iterations. Custom elevated access levels for one or more entities. 4. Iterate until simulation is stable for target time threshold. This is our small-scale simulated universe. 5. Observe effects of elevated access knowledge of simulation. 6. Collect and record data. 7. Pitch findings to upper management as a profitable venture. Note, do not go through Barry, go straight to upper management. 8. Get promoted. Job saved. Possible team members. Row has most knowledge, access to Commander Quantum Server. Ravi, second to row. Lib, fix naming scheme conflicted with lib folder. I've, sure, why not? Others. VM1 is the current project, small-scale simulation. VM2 is future project, medium-scale simulation. VM1 details. Literature, production of text assets, easy data collection. 4 entities, or characters. Small physical space, efficient for server and genetic iterations. Highly elevated access permission creates very stable connection window for data collection in exchange for less realistic simulation scenarios. So what I get from this is that this DDLC is a game or a simulated universe created by what I'm assuming is Metaverse to what seems to be create AI. I'm no MatPat here, but this is just what I'm seeing. VM1 is obviously DDLC. VM2 is... Now, this is interesting because VM1 could be DDLC and VM2 could be DDLC Plus, or it could be a different game entirely because this is slightly larger simulation because we have the virtual desktop here. But the VM1 details, obviously you have the the literature club, you have the 4 characters, the small space, and the highly elevated access permission creates very stable connection window for data collection. So I'm not sure what that means. That might just mean that it's a game in the traditional sense and not like a VR game. I couldn't really tell you. Again, this isn't game theory. But that's the project plan, and now I got done recording, so I don't have to keep going into it. I can just pull it up when I need it. Internal backup. Let me check all these in case one of them is not what they seem. I think it's just Tower Keys. Yeah, it's just Tower Keys. Alright, so that key pair 1 was gear. And we don't have any of the other key pairs. But another thing that's interesting is that there's only 4 here. And if I check my notes, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 files in the internal. So I'm completely unaware on how to find those. I really don't want to look it up. I will if I have to. Um, I did find the tower keys with some help, and I stumbled upon it. Um, so I'm not sure if this is if there is a way to find this. I am going to I'm gonna go into files and reset this virtual. That's what VM stands for, virtual machine. Okay, I understand now. Well, if I revert back to yes. So one thing I am interested in doing, I haven't done this before, so this is interesting to look at. Um, I'd be interested to delete Monica from the start and see what happens. This game is not suited for children where those are easily disturbed. Usual stuff. Yeah, we've been through this again. No. We've been through this. I've been through this. We've been through this together. I hope that I'm pretty sure that only reset the actual game itself and not the extra content I've unlocked. Let me check. So the game is reset, as we know before. Let me check pictures. Okay, good. It's all still here. Files. Files have been reset. All the characters are here. We can go ahead and reset. So we're going to try this right away. We're going to delete Monica at the start, because I am curious to see what happens if you do this. I am really interested. Okay, she seems to still be here. Alright, well, let's try to play through this a little and see if anything changes. We can always go back and reset if something comes up. What? What is this? Oh no. No, this can't be it. This can't be all there is. What is this? What am I? Make it stop. Please make it stop. That's, chilling. What happened? Where's the picture? Oh god. Oh my, I'm getting goosebumps. Console, delete Monica's character file before starting a new game. Oh, okay, so you're not allowed to do that? What is this? Delete Monica for the second time. Yeah. Oh, it's it's Zoom. It's a webinar, whatever it's called. Catch-all term. So is the character back? No, all the characters. Wait, so what happened? Wait, all the characters are gone. What happens if I launch the game? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, no, no. What? Oh, that is... Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, that is unsettling. Oh, that is unsettling. Oh, no. I wasn't ready for the horror so quickly. Okay, so is that just gonna be at each time now? Yeah, it's gonna be at each time. That's okay, I get it, I get it. We can move on. We can move on. We can move on. We can move on. We can... Alright, let's reset it again. Yeah, we'll reset it again. I wanna try... What if we delete everyone but Monica off the start? I wanna try to... We're experimenting a little bit. I'll do Natsuki route in time, and then I'll get the side story out. I really hope. Oh my god, I only have like a week left before I move, so I'm gonna have to get these recorded soon. All right, so I think the game should be fixed. Yep, back here. All right, no, we've been through all this. Yeah, we're explorers. You gotta explore and document. All right, we're gonna go out. We're gonna go in the files, characters. All right, everyone that's not Monica can get out of here. Delete. Wait, unable to delete Yuri. Elevated access permissions required. Wait, so I can't delete, like. That's interesting. So I can only delete Monica. I don't have access to, um, I can't do that. Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna change my time back, by the way. Yeah, there it goes. Um, that's really interesting. Okay, so I guess we'll just go into the game as normal then. I am gonna be skipping all the old text. Wonder if it's aware. You tried to delete me, didn't you? Alright. And we're back in the game. I'm not going through all this again. We're just gonna skip. Alright, don't scare me on 8. It's a little unsettling. Just the fast movement. Yeah, I'm not used to that with this game. It's kind of interesting to see, though. Oh, I should have brought up the, I should have brought up the file. Alright, we can do this. I know. She's, it's like the cute stuff. Kitty, oh, not quite. Puppy. Poop. Poop. Cute. Bad. I should have known better. Of course, that would be Sayori. Bouncy. Doki Doki. Heart. Nah. Strawberry. There we go. Dance. No, Kawaii for sure. Giggle. Sugar. Pink. There we go. Poor Yuri. She didn't get any. I don't know. I guess we can start playing here. Hi again, horse. Or what was her voice? It wasn't Sayori's. Hi again, horse. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, horse. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Make you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me he didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Horse always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with my busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Alright, I just think we're just gonna skip until the Natsuki lines. Oh, well, this is new. I hear Natsuki utter expiration. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to have been annoyed with something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Frickin' Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. Well, obviously, she's into it. She has a collection. How do you know anyway? Or how did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it off the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was in the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Horse. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah, I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking, animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Sorry, moe. I know how it's pronounced, but I always call it mo, just for fun. Don't just stand there. Ooh-wah. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. What is that? Ah, I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Seems a little familiar. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot at the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you to get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama, like when they get into all their backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant to say that I haven't seen you at your full power. Oh no, not Natsuki at her full power. Not buff Suki. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about sorry. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? While Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah, why does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy bacon too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I'd ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, all of the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh, we got a CG. We read on the floor for a few minutes. We read on for a few more minutes. That was 3 different sentences there. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read, even though you're just watching me read, well, I'm fine with that, if you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in their face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. That's not... She might take some offense to that. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I can't win. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah, I flipped a page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish the chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends. Though I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. But you do be looking pretty cozy over there. Yeah? Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said... Don't be dumb, just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I stayed up mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and I carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Wait, we can skip this. Alright, we're gonna go Monica first, just because I know better. Let's start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem. We've been through all this. I like it, horse. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh jeez. No, it kind of makes me think of something that Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. There are lots of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids. But if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably wouldn't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it'd be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Alright, I guess we'll go Natsuki. Okay, well let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said, well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race. Yes, I can. Owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Alright, and I think that's it. For this, we'll do Sayori. This is a really good poem, Horse. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course, it's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who'd be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one, and now we can skip. Alright, Yuri. She's not gonna like this at all. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really did notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. In the end, the end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finishes her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. Mine isn't. She sounds like an expert. I don't. Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. Nope, now I can skip. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm crazy. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright, is that all? I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is the literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. I land my eyes on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly exchanging sheets of paper. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? I've been to— let me skip! Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk pointing. I've read this already. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's about the feeling of giving up. I've read through this already. I'm skipping this. I've read through this. Let's say thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. But I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone that actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Horse did too. Based on that, I'll give you suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but it's been a long time established my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. No. And Horse liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you're so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Horse appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know you didn't appreciate my advice more? You really that full of yourself? No, if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out my way to make everything I do cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Horse started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Horse, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. I couldn't get over it, but I've read all of this. Just let me get to the decision. I'm picking Natsuki. Natsuki. Yuri. You're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. Let the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? It shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Horse. Sheesh. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Huh. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with everyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori. I'll go make some tea. Yeah, I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone read each other's poems. Everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Horse. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room, so maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. Oh, about what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're vice president, Sayori. In the end, Monica's right. Being in the literature club means I can't spend all of my time doing nothing, but in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How do y'all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Horse, how about you? Yeah, it's the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you should learn something from your friends, too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job at impressing those I wanted to impress, and that to myself with my newfound determination. Horse, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Horse, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I say that to myself more than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. And that's where we are stopping for today. Yep. Oh, so we do have side story content. Okay, so we got the first part of Respect. I'm gonna finish the Natsuki route, and then I'll do both parts of this. Makes me wonder if there's an... Besides, to get all 6. Okay, so there is 6. And we should get new picture. Where? Oh yeah, the new CG. Got a poem for Natsuki. Is that all? It seems to be all. Let's check files. Attributions. No, nothing there. Characters are all here. Game. Internal. Let's check tower keys one more time. Yes, so still nothing there. I don't think that's gonna change. So yeah, that'll be it for this episode. I'll try to get this out and work on the next when I get a chance. I will be moving soon, so I'll probably put a damper in things. But I'll try to do my best. Thanks for watching. Bye.